Hello, Facebook family and friends. This is Cabrera coming to you live from Manassas, Virginia. Now, do you know what the 80-20 rule is? Basically, the 80-20 rule is that most of the time, 20% of the people do 80% of the work. So usually when you get a big group together, it's a small group of people who really do everything, who organize, who keep everybody going, who motivate. And if they drop out, forget it, the whole thing falls apart. Or that most of the time when you're working online or you're working on something, 20% of your efforts create 80% of your results. Now that's interesting, right? Because what happens is a lot of times we do a lot of things that really are not result oriented. They don't give you the results that you really want. Whatever it is that you're doing. If you're trying to make money online, then you do all kinds of other things. I'm famous for that. You're building websites, you're doing, you're online doing this, doing that, but you're not communicating directly with people. And that's where you get most of your results, is in communicating with people. But we do all these things around that, because we don't really want to deal with people. Or you don't want to really direct yourself, that way. So, but that is the small amount of effort creates the larger amount of results. Okay, that's the 80-20 rule. Now, that rule has been around forever. I don't really remember who created it and whatnot, but you can look that up. Google it. Everything is Google it. But I'm working with, now our company is involved with Success Training Institute, and they're doing all kinds of training. That's the other thing too, that your results online, basically 80% of it is psychological. 20% is how you do what you do. Most of us think that we need to learn how to do things. Not necessarily. You need to first be motivated. You need to be focused. You need to be in front. You really need to be dedicated to what you're doing, putting in the time. That's a psychological thing, a commitment. That's your commitment. Now, that's 80% of the effort. 20% is the actual doing, because if you don't have the motivation, if you don't have the interest, if you don't have that, nothing's going to happen. That's it. It's done. And that's what happens with most people. So what do we need? Training. What kind of training? Self-development, motivation, and, organization, goal orientation. Those kind of training is what we really need. So our company is involved with the Success Training Institute, which is going to help you get that 80% of the effort of the psyche of getting you focused in on what is your purpose, what is your goal, why do you want to do this? The big why. They always ask you, why do you want to do this? If your why is not big enough to overcome your limitations or your fear, nothing's going to happen. Your why has to be 80% of the motivation, and 20% has to be your fear, so you can overcome it. If you don't do that, forget it. It ain't happening. And if you're always doubting what you're doing and doubting, it ain't happening. So you got to have some confidence. Anyway, so that brings me to one of the lessons that I learned with Success Training Institute. Are you stuck? STUCK. Now, this guy DL Wallace is the head of Success Training Institute. He loves all these acronyms and stuff, in order to remember things. Acronyms is a way of memorizing, concepts. So stuck, STUCK. So first one is S for strength. We're not only talking about physical strength, we're talking about psychological strength. Now, I'm going to paraphrase all this because this gentleman, DL Wallace, is an expert at this. And the training program is superb, with hundreds and hundreds of lessons on all the various things that I just mentioned. I'm not going to mention them again. So the first one is S for strength, how to, and strength of character, strength of moving forward and staying on top of things. Now the second one is T, is transparency. Be transparent about what are your abilities, what do you need to really develop, You know, don't be afraid of that. You know, also, you know, don't be afraid of going out. Be transparent about the fact that you need help if you need help, if that's the case. The U is for understanding. Understand what's going on in the whole industry, in your company. You know, put some time and effort into learning what you're really involved in. Most people think they can get online and boom, oh, that's simple. All you gotta do is advertise. No, it doesn't work that way. It's really not like that. But most people, because we're so conditioned to see advertising on TV, we think that that's what it's all about. That's not what it's about. I'm not going to get into all of that because this is a short thing. Now, the C is for confidence. You have to have confidence in yourself. Every time I tell people about video marketing, they're like, oh, no, I can't do that. I could never. I'm too embarrassed to put myself on video. And I understand that because I've been there, done that, you know, and I had to get over it. You know, if you want, a lot of times you have to have confidence in your abilities or develop the confidence by doing the work. Then the last one is a K for kindness. You know, Master Takanashi, my martial arts teacher, may rest in peace. He used to say, caring is the key. You know, you have to care about things. You know, we used to train in martial arts. We thought that training in martial arts was about self-defense. No, it really isn't about that. It's about caring about yourself, caring about your family. It's about being able to feel like you could defend yourself if it's necessary, defend your family if it's necessary. Most of the time, you don't even use your self-defense. You know, you just you use all the other lessons that you learn from training in martial arts. You know. So anyway, the last one, the K, is for kindness. To be kind to people, to be kind to yourself. You know, so that's again stuck. STUCK, strength, transparency, understanding, confidence, and kindness. It is great stuff. It is great stuff, and this is the kind of things that you need to always listen. This is what I'm doing. Listen to motivational videos on YouTube. You know, every day listen to motivational videos. Not only for this is not only for business. This is for life, to give you confidence, to believe in yourself, to believe in whatever it is that you want to do, to believe in your job, to do more in your job than you get paid for. And soon you will get paid for doing, you know, less in your job because you're so good at it. You know, so do more than is expected. And people will always, you know, have confidence in your abilities and stuff. So anyways, my time is up. I hope you learned something from that. I appreciate you taking a little time to look at the video. Maybe comment on it. Tell me where you're watching it from. Say hello. Give it a little heart. Give it a little like. Give it a little thumbs up. All right. Take care. Bye.